Hi, I'm Pissed Off Unicorn on Twitter, and I think that I might be autistic. I'm 27 years old, and I never, until this year, even considered that autism might be me too, you know? And it's not because I've never bumped into one or read about autism or known autistic people or several wonderful autistic people that I love very much. Um, but there's this like invisible thing about the way that other people and also the way that we talk about autism. And I don't know, maybe that'll be the subject of a video on a different day. Um, but there's remarkably few narratives that exist to describe an incredibly diverse experience. That doesn't make sense. Like, you've got a clinical perspective, you've got the severely disabled child narrative that we get mostly from parents, and then you have autistic adults who are trying to, I think, describe their experience in a way that informs, you know, for people who might suspect or don't know or whatever. Um, but that reads off a lot to me like somebody who sees in full color trying to explain color to somebody who's colorblind. I mean, the only word for red is red. And that's the case for so many sensory things. And sensory stuff is a central part of what autism even is, what that experience is. And so I think sometimes words don't work. I think sometimes you have to show rather than tell, which is why I've decided that for the next month, year, however long, that I will be documenting both my journey into the autism community as well as figuring out what I'm all about. You know, what is my autism experience? What's that like? Is there some way that I can illustrate, like actually illustrate with pictures or video effects or whatever, what I'm experiencing in a way that you can relate to? Or, you know, what does it look like in the privacy of my own home when I don't have a mask on? And masking is going to be a very central topic to this documentary, and I hope that I'm able to get footage of, you know, shutdowns, meltdowns, whatever, where I'm safe and not masking, and when I'm in public, so that there can be a side-by-side comparison of what that even is, you know? And so in order to document this, there are a couple of things that I think you should know before you get invested. First of all, I swear. Um, Second of all, I don't live in a perpetual state of makeup. That's unrealistic. Okay, that's a social contract that I didn't agree to, and I'm not going to do it for your benefit. My value is separate from my appearance, so yeah, if you don't like it, leave, I guess. Um, Also, uh, the audio and video quality in this series is probably going to vary a lot. I'm not very experienced with video editing or anything like that. I'll do whatever I can to try and make it as seamless as possible, but part of this series is trying to document things, you know, that I don't know are going to happen as they happen, which means using whatever's nearby to document it. um, Also, I don't know how to do subtitles, but as soon as I figure it out, I absolutely will do that so that if my voice annoys you, you can just listen or, you know, Subtitles. Yes. Oh, and then the last thing is that this means that you're going to see my bubble, my inner sanctum, if you will, and it's not going to be pristine for your benefit. Okay, and that's lying to myself, that's lying to you. A lot of autistic people struggle with executive dysfunction. That means things get started, they don't finish. Sometimes things don't even begin, you know? And so house chores and organizational tasks and stuff, sometimes they go undone, people. That's a reality of life. Okay? And also, you know, my environment is very important to how I experience stuff. And that means that sometimes I arrange it in ways that totally do not make sense. And that's just part of it. I think that covers most of it. So that's it until I have something to show rather than tell.